previous class we are discussing about the hydroelectric power plant. Okay, I will say that. So in our first unit is a so total discussing about the generation of electricity from the energy sources. Okay, so in first unit, okay, the electricity generation from the renewable energy sources and non-renewable energy sources. Renewable energy sources are nothing but they are naturally occurs in the nature. Okay, so that means they will not depleted, but non-renewable energy sources means so whenever their consumption will be more, at that time they will be depleted, like coal, oil, gas, etc. Okay, like this. So in our first unit you can discussing about the generation of electricity from the coal as well as okay, from the coal as well as water and nuclear. Okay, nuclear is nothing but nuclear elements. Already all of you know, so the well know about what are the nuclear elements: uranium, thorium. These are nothing but the nuclear elements. Okay, so in previous classes we are seeing about the thermal power station and hydroelectric power station, and the working as well as the advantages, disadvantages, operation, and what are the main components used in the power plants. All are seeing in the last classes. Okay, now in this class we are seeing about the nuclear power plant. This is also called as atomic power plant. Okay, so from this here, by using the nuclear fuels, okay, that means nuclear elements like this uranium, thorium. Mostly you are using the uranium. Okay, uranium 235. Why? Because it produces a very much high energy. Okay, that's why we are using the always uranium. Okay, so first of all you can see the working principle. Working principle is nothing but a nuclear see a nuclear power plant works in a similar way as a thermal power plant. Okay, the difference between the two is in the fuel. Okay, so the working is same. So what are you doing in thermal power station? In thermal power station, by burning of the coal, okay, in the boiler you can generate the steam in the boiler by using the water, and that steam will be given to the turbine, and the turbine will be rotating by using that steam, and the turbine will convert into the mechanical energy. Okay, from that mechanical energy is given to the alternator, and that alternator will produce the electrical energy. Same way here also same, but only the nuclear fuel will be, that means only the fuel will be different. Okay, in thermal power station we are using the coal, but in nuclear atomic power plant we are using a fuel is a nuclear elements. Okay, see, a nuclear power plant is in a similar way as a thermal power plant. The difference between the two is in the fuel. Okay, they used to heat the water in the boiler. Okay, so whatever the fuel used in the either thermal power station or in nuclear power station, okay, that will be heated. Okay, and it will generate the heat. By using that heat you can heat the water in the boiler. Okay, see, inside a nuclear power station, energy is released by the nuclear fusion in the core of the reactor. Okay, so here that means the heat energy. Okay, so in thermal power station you are burning the coal, but here nuclear power station, the energy is released by the use of the nuclear fusion in the reactor. So all of you know, so nuclear fission and nuclear fusion process, I think in chemistry, you get the nuclear fission and nuclear fusion process. See, 1 kg of uranium 235 can produce as much as energy burning of 4,000 tons of high grade. See, whenever you have burning the 4,500 tons of the coal, so at that time it will be produced. How much amount of energy will be releases? Same, that amount of energy will be released by the only 1 kg of uranium will be produced. Okay, whenever the uranium will be coming goes to nuclear fission process, at that time it releases energy is equal to the 4,000 tons of the coal will be burning. Okay, so that is the difference. See, this is the nuclear chain process. Already I think in chemistry also we are getting the nuclear chain process. Okay, what are you doing whenever the uranium 235 molecule goes to nuclear fission process? At that time, it produces a three neutrons. Okay, at that time again these three neutrons, will goes to the again process. At that time again each one of the produce again three neutrons. See, again this will be produces the each one produces the three neutrons. Okay, so again see, whenever you have whenever the uranium 235 molecules is bombarded with a neutron. Okay, whenever you have bombarded with a neutron, at that time it produces a 3 uranium 235 molecules. Okay, and 3 neutrons. Okay, again these 3 neutrons okay, 3 neutrons. Again, these 3 neutrons will goes to again nuclear fission process, and again they will be produced the 3. So this is nothing but the nuclear chain reaction. That means neutrons released in the fission trigger the fission of the other nuclei. Okay, so whenever you can trigger the other nuclei, at that time this produces the other nucleons. Okay, that is nothing but the nuclear chain reaction. Uranium exists an isotope in the form of uranium 235, which is unstable. When the nucleus of an atom of uranium is split, the neutron released heat other atoms and split them in turn. More energy is released each time another atom splits. This is called a chain reaction. So whenever the uranium 235 will be split, at the time the neutrons will be released. That neutrons will hit the another uranium molecule. At the time, in this process, the more amount of energy will be releases. Okay, see, nuclear fission. Okay, so this is a neutron. Okay, and this is a uranium 235 molecule. See here, neutron target nucleus, that is uranium 235. At the time it will produces a 3 neutrons and the 2 fission products. Okay, so whenever nuclear fission process will be there, nuclear fission is nothing but splitting. Fusion is nothing but combining. Okay, so see here, whenever the nucleus will be hitting with a one neutron, so at that time it releases say 3 neutrons and 2 fission products. Okay, so that is nothing but the nuclear and that is nothing but the nuclear fission process. See, heavy nucleus split into 2 smaller parts in order to become more stable. Okay, see, here this is uranium 235 nucleus. Whenever the uranium 235 nucleus is hit with a neutron, okay, at that time it releases a large amount of energy as well as the neutron and neutron and 2 nucleus. Okay, this is a krypton 92 nucleus, and this is a barium. So here this is a barium 141 nucleus. Okay, whenever the uranium 235 nucleus is hit with a neutron, at that time it releases some amount of energy as well as the 2 nucleus, that is krypton 92 nucleus and barium 92 nucleus. So that is nothing but the nuclear fission. Heavy nuclei split into two smaller parts in order to become more stable. That is nothing but the nuclear fission process. Okay. See, it is a nuclear fission. It is a process of splitting of nucleus of fissionable material like uranium into 2 or more fragments. Okay, here you have two fragments with release of enormous amount of energy. So at that time in nuclear fission process, it releases a large amount of energy. Okay, so the nucleus of uranium 235 is bombarded with high energy neutrons. Okay, see, the nucleus of uranium 235 is bombarded with high energy neutron. So at that time it produces a barium and krypton and 2.5 neutrons. 2.5 neutrons and extra it will produce as the another 3 neutrons. Already you are seeing in the nuclear chain process, and at that time it produces the 200 mega electron volts energy. Okay, so here this energy will be expressed in electron volts. Okay, see, the neutrons produced are very fast and can be made to fission fission other nuclei of uranium-235, thus setting up a nuclear chain. So whenever here the nuclear neutrons are produced are very fast and can be made to fission the, so these three neutrons are again participated into the nuclear chain process with another 3 uranium-235 molecule, and they're setting up a nuclear chain reaction. Okay, out of 2.5 neutrons released, 1 neutron is used to sustain the chain reaction. Okay, so here I says that here the electron, so this energy will be expressed in the electron volts. So 1 electron volts is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joules. So this is also coming in, I think, in chemistry. Okay, so and 1 mega electron volt. See, 1 mega, so this is only joules. So that means 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joules. 1 mega electron volt. 1 mega electron volt is equal to 10 to the power of 6 electron volts. Okay, so that is the value. See, this is the nuclear fission. Okay. So uranium-235 splits into 2 fragments, barium and krypton of approximately equal size. About 2.5 neutrons are released. Okay, 1 neutron is used to sustain the chain reaction. 0.9 neutron is absorbed by uranium-238 and becomes Pu-239. Okay, so the remaining 0.6 neutrons extracted from the reactor. The neutrons produced move at a very high velocity of C. Here I will say that, okay, so whenever the uranium-235 goes to nuclear fission, at that time it will releases a barium and krypton. At that time it releases the 3 neutrons. So one having 1 neutron, 0.9 neutrons, 0.9 neutrons is observed by the uranium-238. Okay, so that means in nuclear reactor, I will say that this process is in a nuclear. So in nuclear power plant, atomic plant, the total process takes place in a nuclear reactor. Okay, next in coming slide, I will explain about nuclear reactors. Okay, so in that nuclear reactor, 0.9% neutrons is observed by uranium-238 and becomes Puthenium. Okay, and it will be converted into the Puthenium. The remaining 0.6 neutrons escapes from the reactor. Okay, some amount of reactor. So if any one neutron is used to sustain the chain reaction. Okay, 1 neutron is always increase the chain reaction. That means it stables the chain reaction, and 0.9 neutrons is observed by uranium-238 in the nuclear reactor, and it will become Puthenium. The remaining 0.6 neutrons escapes from the reactor. Okay, the neutrons produced move at a very high velocity of 1.5 into 10 to the power of 7 meters per second. Okay, this total process, the neutrons produced. Okay, so it has the velocity of 1 point, okay, and fission other nuclei of uranium-235. Okay, so thus, okay, thus diffusion process and release neutrons takes place continuously throughout the remaining material. Okay, so that means this process, this chain reaction will be continuous. Okay, so this is nothing but the nuclear fission. Okay. See, this is the nuclear reactor. This is the main. So later I will explain the layout of a nuclear reactor. In the layout, see, this is the layout. In the layout, the main part is a nuclear reactor. Okay, that means the total. So in a thermal power station, you are seeing the total process takes place in the boiler. That means burning of the coal, okay, and boiling of the water. That will be total takes place in the boiler in the thermal power station. Like this thermal power station, similarly, the total process in the nuclear power plant takes place in the nuclear reactor. Okay, this is a nuclear reactor. Okay, so here these are the control rods. Okay, these are the graphite moderator. Okay, this is, so this is a heat exchanger. This is reactor core. So in this way, so this is only nuclear reactor. For this nuclear reactor, you have to connect a heat exchanger. Okay, heat exchanger. So this is reactor core and this is hot gas. Okay, and this one is steel. Okay, that means it is made with steel, and this one is a concrete. Okay, and this is a fuel element channel. Okay, and this is a cold gas. Okay, so and this one is charge space. So the main part in this one is a మా పీపీటీస్ కనిపిస్తున్నాయా?
No, madam.
పీపీటీస్
No, madam.
కనిపిస్తున్నాయా?
కనిపించట్లేదు మేడం. No, madam. లేదు మేడం.
ఇప్పుడు కనిపిస్తున్నాయా మా పీపీటీస్?
కనిపిస్తున్నాయి మేడం.
ఓకే.
ఎస్ మేడం.
Okay, so the main, okay, this total inside part is called a core. Okay, in the core, here the nuclear fission process will be takes place. Okay, in the core the nuclear fission process will be takes place. Okay, so next one here you can see the moderator. Okay, this one is a moderator. See, this reduces the speed of the fast moving neutrons. Okay, so here what so that means in nuclear reactor what are what happens, the nuclear fission process will be takes place. At that time it releases the energy. Whenever the nuclear fission process will be takes place, whenever the uranium 235 is bombarded by a neutron. Okay, so that means the moderator will reduces the speed of the fast moving neutrons. Okay, so that means at a time whenever it will be fastly going and bombarded by the uranium 235, at that time there will be heat will be released. Okay, that means flame will be released. Okay, that's why it can control or reduce the speed of the fast moving neutrons. Okay, most moderators are graphite, water and heavy water. Okay, so we are using the moderators are either graphite, either water or heavy water. Okay, that is the purpose of the moderators. Okay, see, principal parts of a nuclear reactor. Control rods. Okay, see here top you having these are the control rods. Okay, so the purpose of the control rods is nothing but control rods limit the number of fuel atoms that can split. They are made of boron or cadmium which absorbs the neutrons. See, whenever it will be releases a more amount of neutrons, at the time the chain reaction will be is also increases. So whenever the chain reaction will be increases, at that time it will be produces a very high enormous amount of energy. Okay, at that time the control rods are limits the number of fuel atoms that can split. Okay, so that means the splitting nuclear, that means it can controls the nuclear fission process. Okay, so these are the control. Here only just a diagram you have shows that these are the control rods. Here, okay, expand we will be given. Okay, these are the control rods used in the nuclear reactor. Okay, and these are made with the boron and cadmium. Okay, next one, coolant. They carry the intense heat generator. Water is used as a coolant. Some reactors used as liquid sodium as coolant. See here, why you are using the coolant is nothing but, so whenever the nuclear fission process will be takes place, at that time again 3 neutrons will be releases. At that time the heat generator is very enormous. Okay, at that time to cool that total area, you are using the coolant as water or liquid sodium. Okay, fuel. So here what are you using fuel? The fuel used for the nuclear fission is uranium 235 isotope. Okay, so the nuclear fission process will be takes place by using the uranium 235 isotope. Next one is radiation shield, to protect the people working from the radiation and radiation fragments. Okay, so on the top of the on the top of this one, on the top of this one you can place a radiation shielding. Why? Because here you are using the nuclear elements. Okay, nuclear elements means these are producing a radiation hazards. Okay, radiations will be releases from the nuclear elements. So at that time, to protect the working people who are working in the nuclear power plant, okay, to protect that people, we are using the radiation shielding. Okay, these are the main parts of a nuclear reactor. Okay, uncontrolled chain reaction. See, the chain reaction is not slow down. If suppose in a nuclear reactor, if suppose the nuclear chain reaction will be not controlled, at the time the rate of fission increases rapidly. So whenever rate of fission increases rapidly, a huge amount of energy is released very quickly. That is nothing but the nuclear bomb. Okay, so we are you know that, so the bombs also is made with uranium, thorium, those are nuclear elements. Okay, that is the nothing but the in bomb, nuclear bomb. Okay, whenever the chain reaction is not slow down, that means chain reaction will be increases rapidly. At that time the rate of fission is also increases. That rate of fission will be increases. At that time it produces a very huge amount of energy is released very quickly. That is nothing but the nuclear bomb. Okay, see, nuclear power plant. Okay, so we say that rate of fission is controlled by the artificial means to generate the electricity is nothing but the nuclear power plant. Okay, so that so you are says that the nuclear energy is converted into the electrical energy, that is nothing but also nuclear power plant. See here, types of nuclear power plant, mainly two types of nuclear power plant: pressurized water reactor, boiling water reactor. See here, I will say that directly with the nuclear reactors. So generally in textbook, generally first giving the nuclear reactor layout and working. Okay, so in nuclear reactor, so the main component in the nuclear power plant or nuclear power station is a nuclear reactor. And here the nuclear reactors are so many types. Okay, so pressurized water reactor, boiling water reactor, gas cooled water reactor, like this. So mainly you are using the pressurized water reactor and boiling water reactor. Okay, that's why depending upon these two reactors, here I am says that main two types are pressurized water reactor. That means in pressurized water reactor, in nuclear reactor place, you can place the PWR. In a boiling water reactor nuclear plant, in nuclear reactor place, you can place the BWR. Are you understood? Nuclear reactors are so many types. Here mainly you are using the pressurized water reactor and boiling water reactor. Okay, depending upon that, I will explain the nuclear power plants is also two types. Those are pressurized water reactor nuclear power plant, boiling water reactor nuclear power plant. Okay. See, This is pressurized water reactor plant. I will say that the main component is a see, this is the pressurized water reactor nuclear power plant. Okay, so same and this is the boiling water reactor power plant. Okay, so this is nuclear reactor, so that means here you are using the pressurized water reactor. Okay, that's why this is called pressurized water reactor nuclear power plant. Here you are using the nuclear reactor is boiling. Okay, this is the construction of a boiling water reactor. Okay, so that's why this is called a boiling water reactor power plant. These are the two diagrams. See here, nuclear power plant, and see here pressurized water reactor. Okay, so that means pressurized water reactor power plant, or you can say that nuclear. So in layout also, if suppose so the question will be asking like this. So explain the nuclear power plant is nothing but you can draw either this one or this one. So this is a main nuclear reactor. Okay, see, heat is produced in the reactor due to, that is either any reactor, that is pressurized water reactor or boiling water reactor or gas cooled water reactor, any reactor. So the main purpose is the nuclear, by the nuclear fission process in the reactor, the heat will be generated. That heat will be generated, that heat will be gives to the turbine. Okay, so through steam generator, that heat will be given to the turbine. So at that time the turbine rotates and gives the mechanical energy. That mechanical energy is given to the generator and this gives the electrical energy. Principle one is same. Okay, so here you can say that according to the construction, okay, and moderators and coolant used in the power plant, used in the reactor, you can say that that is a that is a pressurized water reactor or boiling water reactor, like this. Okay, see here this is a nuclear reactor and here steam generator. Steam generator, or this is also nothing but a heat exchanger. Okay, in heat exchanger, so the main parts in the schematic arrangement of a nuclear power station is nothing but the nuclear reactor, heat exchanger or steam generator, steam turbine and alternator. Okay, so nuclear reactor means you know that. So in nuclear reactor, what happened, the energy will be releases. Okay, heat exchanger, the coolant gives up to heat exchanger, which is utilized in raising the steam. In steam generator or heat exchanger, the steam will be raised. Okay, okay, at that time the steam will be more heated. Okay, and so and that steam is given to the steam turbine. That is the process. Okay, so in nuclear reactor, in the nuclear fission, the energy will be releases. The energy will be releases is nothing but the heat energy. So whenever you have giving that heat or steam to the steam generator, or this is also called as a heat exchanger. So at that time the heat will be more heated and given to the turbine. Okay, so that is the normal process. So here you can directly, I will explain about with the pressurized water reactor. So this pressurized uh, pressurized water reactor. Okay, so heat is produced in the, so that means here at a time I will explain the nuclear power station layout and as well as the types of pressurized water reactors and boiling water reactors. So in I think in textbook separately giving the layout and working of a schematic arrangement of a nuclear power station and nuclear reactor construction individually, and the types of the nuclear reactors also given as a individually. Okay, that is in the textbook. So here directly in slides I will explain directly like this. Okay, see, heat is produced in the reactor due to the nuclear fission, and there is a chain reaction. Due to the chain reaction and nuclear fission process, in the nuclear reactor, the heat will be generated. That heat generated in the reactor is carried away by the coolant. Okay, to pass this heat, you using a coolant. Okay, coolant carried water or heavy water. Here you are using that coolant will be either water or heavy water circulated through the core. This is total core. Okay, reactor core circulated through the core. The purpose of the pressurized pressure equalizer is to maintain the constant pressure of 14 millinewton per meter square. Okay, so here you can here inside the here diagram you will not show, but here inside you can use a pressure equalizer. Why? Because you are maintaining the pressure of the heat will be constant, that is a 14 millinewton per meter square. Okay, this enables the water to carry more heat from the reactor. Why? Because whenever you have to maintain a constant pressure, at that time it enables the coolant water. Here is the coolant you are using the water. That water will be carries the more heat to the reactor. Okay, so that's why here you are using. Okay, the purpose of the coolant pump is to pump the coolant water under pressure into the core. Here see, this is total is a coolant pump. Okay, so this by using this coolant pump you can pass the heat to the steam generator or heat exchanger. Okay, so whenever the heat exchanger will be, the steam will be heated, so some again the coolant is fed back to the reactor. So this reactor here water is by here coolant you are using the is nothing but the water. By using the water you can supply the heat to the heat exchanger. Okay, so again the water will be fed back to the reactor. That means again that water will be used in this reactor. That is nothing but a cyclic process. Okay, so here steam generator, it will be produces a steam. Okay, whenever you have steam generator or heat exchanger, it will produces the steam. That steam will be given to the turbine. See here turbine. Okay, so whenever you have given the to the turbine, what happened whenever you have giving the turbine steam, what happened? The steam produced in the heat exchanger or steam generator is fed to the steam turbine through a valve. Okay, so at that time after so the turbine the turbine will be rotated. Okay, so rotated at that time it produces a mechanical energy. See here the turbine is directly given to the generator. At that time it produces a electrical energy. So similarly as usual in thermal power station, whenever the turbine blades will be rotated, the some amount of the steam will be exhausted and the steam will be passes through the condenser. Here also you can use a condenser. Here also the steam will be exhausted. Okay, that steam will be condensed and again by using the feed pump again it will be given as a water to the steam generator, same as in the thermal power station. Okay, so this is the arrangement. Okay, same. See, the steam generator is a heat exchanger. Already I will explain. Steam generator is nothing but the heat exchanger where the heat from the coolant is transferred on to the water that circulates the steam generator. Here it circulates the steam generator. As the water passes to the steam generator, it gets converted into the steam. Okay, the steam produced in the steam generator is sent to the turbine. Okay, so the turbine blades rotated and is coupled to a generator and electricity is the produced. Okay, same. So whenever the the turbine will be rotated, at that time the steam will be exhausted. That exhausted steam is again given to the condensed by the condenser and again given to the heat exchanger or steam generator. Okay, that is the see, this is the schematic diagram of a nuclear power plant with PWR. Okay, this is a nuclear reactor. Here you are using the nuclear reactor is which nuclear reactor? PWR, pressurized water reactor. So from this is a heat exchanger. Heat exchanger or steam generator. Okay, from this here in nuclear fusion, the heat will be released. That heat will be given to the steam generator, and by using the steam generator, already in steam generator you have to place the water. Whenever you have passed the heat to the steam generator, the water, see here the water will be heated and it will produces the steam. Here the high pressure steam is given to the turbine. So the turbine blades will be rotated. At that time, whenever the rotational energy is get converted into mechanical energy, that mechanical energy is given to the generator through a shaft. Okay, and it is linked to a shaft. At that time, it produces the electrical energy. Okay, so here see, at that time the steam will be condensed. Okay, that condensed steam is given to the condenser and again it condenses the water and again it will given to the water feed pump through a heat exchanger or steam generator. Okay, this is the process of a nuclear power station. Okay. fuel rod. Okay. See, here I will say that the fuel is used is the uranium-235, and here fuel is used as like a rods type. Okay, rods type. They contain the nuclear fuel uranium-235 fuel rods. You are using the fuel like as a fuel rod. They are surrounded by a moderator. Okay, see, again these are surrounded by these are the moderators. So already I will say that the moderator will be used as either water or graphite, so or a heavy water. Why is it? Because you are using the moderator is nothing but to slow down the neutrons will be releases. Okay. Control rods. Okay. Control rods. So these are the control rods. Okay. So in nuclear reactor, the main one of the part is a control rods. They control the rate of reaction by moving in out of the reactor. Already I will say that they will control the name itself indicates they control the reaction process. Move in means rate of reaction, move out means rate of reaction. Okay, all are moved in, the reactor is shut down. Okay, so whenever moving out, so up and down means at the time the reaction process will be there. All are moved in, at the time all are moved in, the reaction is shut down. That means the nuclear chain process the nuclear fission process will be shut down. They are made of boron or cadmium that can absorb the neutrons. So already I will explain in previous slide the control rods with medium made with boron or cadmium. See, the steam drives a turbine which runs the generator. See, already I will say the turbine generator. Okay. See, two separate water systems are used to avoid the radioactive substance to reach the turbine. So here in this one way and in this one way, you can use as the two water systems. Why? Because to avoid the radioactive substance to reach the turbine. At that time, the radioactive substance to reach the turbine is less. So compulsory nuclear power plant compulsory radioactive elements will be produced. Radioactive waste will be produced. Whenever the more amount of radioactive waste goes to the turbine, at that time the turbine blades will may be damaged. Okay, so that's why here you can provide a two separate water systems are used. So this is one water system and this one is another water system. Okay, so that means this is the hot water and this one is a cool water. Okay, so whenever the water total heat is used to generate the steam, at the time the remaining cool water will come into this pump to the again the nuclear reactor. Okay, so see, the energy released in the fission heats up the water around the reactor. The water in the secondary loop is boiled into the steam. So first here the water will be, so that means the water heat, here the water, so sorry. Here also surrounding water will be placed. Here also water will be heated and heat water, that means the coolant is used as water and it is given to the here, and here the water is in the secondary loop, the water is converted into the steam. Here that's why I will say that. So next one is boiling water reactor power. Same steam generator, turbine, generator, condenser, water. But here some small construction will be changed. That is nothing but here the reactor used, nuclear reactor is used is a boiling water reactor. That is the pressurized water reactor construction, and this one is a boiling water reactor construction. Okay, the water is circulated through the reactor where it is converts the water into steam mixture. So the steam, same procedure is also same. The water is circulated to the reactor where it converts into the water, converts to water steam mixture. The steam gets collected above the steam separator. Same here also the heat water is given to the steam generator, and here the water heats up by using the heat produced in the boiling water reactor, and it will give the steam. That steam will be used to the that steam will be used to the turbine. Okay, so at that time the turbine blades will be rotated. Okay, see, the steam gets collected above the steam separator, the steam expand turbine. Same procedure, okay, but only the construction of the boiling water reactor and nuclear pressurized water reactor will be changes. Okay, steam power plant means any plant that uses the steam to produce electricity is nothing but the steam power plant. Okay, so example, thermal and nuclear power plants. Advantages of a nuclear power plant. See, space required is less compared with other power plants. Okay, to construct the nuclear power plant, the space required is very less. Nuclear power plant is only source which can meet the increasing demand of electricity at a reasonable cost. Okay, so at a reasonable cost, it will be available. A nuclear power plant use much less fuel than a fossil fuel plant. Okay, it's suppose compared to the coal. Okay, that means thermal power plant, it uses the less fuel. See, 1 metric ton of uranium fuel equal to 3 million metric tons of coal. Okay, whenever you have burned 3 metric tons of coal, at that time it will only equal to the 1 metric ton of uranium fuel, and it is equal to the 12 millions of a barrels of oil. Okay, that means only 1 metric ton of the uranium fuel gives a large amount of energy. That is the advantages. Coming to the disadvantages of nuclear power plant. So, the radioactive waste must be disposed carefully. Compulsory, the radioactive elements will be produced in the radioactive waste will be produced in the nuclear power plant, that will be disposed outside carefully. Otherwise, it will adversely affect the health of workers and environment all. So, at that time, it will be destroy the workers' health as well as the environment. Okay, maintenance cost of the plant is also high. Okay, the maintenance cost is also high. Okay. Nuclear waste. Okay, compulsory the nuclear waste will be produced in the nuclear power plant. They are highly radioactive. Many of them have very long half-lives. Okay, so this will be, that means it will be destroy the human's health. Radioactive must be stored carefully. Low level radioactive waste, cooling water pipes, radiation suits, etc. stored in the storage. Cooling water pipes, radiation suits, etc. Okay, so stored in storage facilities. So if suppose to reduce the radioactive waste, we are doing this one. Radioactivity will fall to safe level after 10 to 50 years. So maybe after 10 to 50 years, there will be a safety again, more safety measures will be make. Okay, so high level radio used nuclear. See, these are a high level nuclear radial fuel will be released. These are used as a nuclear fuel, highly radioactive, embedded in a concrete and stored deep underground for several thousand years. Okay, so that means highly radioactive waste is used for these purposes, and low level radioactive waste is used for that one. Nuclear fusion. I will say that the nuclear fusion will be done in the nuclear reactor. So here also you can say that nuclear fusion. Nuclear fission means splitting. Fusion means combining. So here nuclear fusion. Light nuclei fuse together to form a heavier nucleus. See here, two light nucleus to fuse together to form a heavy nucleus. That is nothing but the nuclear fusion. See, tritium, deuterium, two are combining and forms a helium. Okay, whenever these two are fusing together, at that time they form a helium energy and a neutron. That is nothing but a nuclear fusion process. Okay, see, nuclear fusion is nothing but light nuclei fused together to form a heavier nucleus, deuterium nucleus and a tritium nucleus. These two are combining and form a helium nucleus. At that time it will be releases a energy and a neutron. Okay, so this is about the nuclear power station layout, working, okay, advantages and disadvantages and types of nuclear reactors, boiling water reactor and pressurized water reactor. Okay, so in textbook separately it will give the layout working same. So you will take any one, so the procedure is the same. Okay, so in next class I will explain about the selection of site. Okay, so that slide will be missed in the nuclear power station and thermal power station also. Selection of site for thermal power station and selection of site for a nuclear power station. Okay, procedure is same. So in a thermal power station, by burning of the coal, you can produce the heat. In the boiler, already you can place the water in the boiler, that water will be heated. But in nuclear power station, by taking place the nuclear fission process, okay, by using the nuclear fission process, you can you can heat the water in the heat exchanger or steam generator and produces a steam. Again the steam will be given to the turbine, okay, and then the turbine will be turns the generator, and the generator will produces the electrical energy. This is the procedure of a nuclear power station. Okay.